it's time for the Q&A. Now before we begin, I just want to say one thing, and that is to subscribe to our new channel. Now this is the new channel that I will be working on for 2026. It's going to be an OC series, it's going to run till 2026, one season, and if the season does do well, we're going to do season 2, and then season 3, we're aiming for 4 seasons. So before you continue watching the video, I recommend you go subscribe now, it really helps a lot. Anyway, let's get on to the video. Dr. Oblivion asks, will you continue the saga of the Bad Engine, and can we ever expect to see any other ghost trains, like maybe Timothy? Well, maybe, it really depends. Well, the Bad Engine saga will continue, but it most likely will not happen in 2026, as I did mention from the start, the channel I will be, doing. Thomas Fan Guy Studios says, will the Black Jim from the day where he went mad come back in future episodes? Well, if you've seen the 3 Learned Engines videos that I put on screen right now, that will basically answer your question. Cold Error asks, what inspired you to make the Bad Engine? Well, simply the adaptation itself by Richard Jordan. But I decided to make it my own style since I didn't want it to be more family friendly, if you basically get what I mean. And now that's turned into a full series, I've actually never been proud of before. So thank you guys for the support on the video. What trains do you use? Because I also want to make these cool videos. Oh, that's sweet. Mainly use Trains in New Era, but in some remakes I mainly use Trains 19. But for good reasons, I recommend choosing Tame, because it can handle your PC. Oh boy MB asks, which 3 characters of Thomas Friends are your favorites? Well, to be honest, it has to be Gordon, Henry, and then Edward. Come on, it's the main 3, you gotta at least put them top 3. Now the other question is, would you accept ideas for future Thomas Friends videos, if it will help your channel grow more? Well, mostly no, because I mostly want to focus my channel to be the more British style, as you know, Thomas Friends is a British TV show. And some people can actually put Thomas in random fandoms, and that's kind of disgusting. So I want to keep it to that, British level. Paul asks, what was the idea behind Vincent and the other OCs in the Bad Engine saga? Well, pretty much the same, except I made a few changes, like 98462 being the nice engine. And I decided to give the name Vincent because there was at the time, popular time where most 98462 was called Vincent, so I decided to call the Green Engine Vincent. 98462, I haven't thought of a name. But yeah, kind of get the point.
Oh, here's a question for me. Did you know another J15 known as 1020? Well, I've met him in passing, although I don't know him that well. He's always had this strange aura though. Never could put my buffers on it.
Stephen the Bull says, is it possible for the Bad Engine to return as a ghost like 98462 in other stories? Well, no, he isn't dead, so if he was fully dead, then his ghost would be a thing, but just remember, if you've seen the day where he went mad, then kinda makes sense why he's not like a ghost or anything. Rainbow asks, are you going to make more short films like the day he went mad? Yes, indeed, I do plan on making a few shorts, but keep in mind that some of them may make sense or some of them may not make sense. I'm trying so hard with this right now. Is there a ghost story for Timothy's accident in this universe? If so, what does it look like, and is he decepted and so evil? If so, I hope the truth is found eventually. Now, interesting one right now, Timothy's just a good engine. He's not like, your regular evil Timothy from Kane Fan's Seduction. But, somewhat in the Bad Engine movie, you will find out about Timothy's ghost.
Now that is an interesting question. Well, I'd like to say it's Frost and Bluin, but I guess I'd pick one person, and that would be Frost. I've known him the longest, being one of the first people I've ever met, well, engine-wise. But Bluin's also pretty close, since I was friends with them both on the LNER, and then we all moved to the United Railway, which, yeah, I've known them the longest, we worked the most, and we're the best engines, not just because we're big.
Perfectly Normal Channel says, will there be a big diesel locomotive character in your channel? Example, Class 37, Class 55. Yeah, diesel engines are gonna come in the channel, so don't worry. I do have a plan for like a future short film of them, but most likely will be in 2027. What made you want to start this very series, and what shows do you like? Well, the shows that I like is obviously Thomas, but there's also like another one, but I don't want to mention it. I basically want the OC series to be naturally calm, not made for kids, and add a little bit of adult jokes to it. We're also aiming to be like the best one, but that will most likely never happen. So yeah. Lippy asks, how many seasons of The Bad Engine are you going to make? Well, simply 3, as I kind of want my seasons to be the past, the present, and the future. The past is season 1, by the way, the present is going to be season 2, and the future is going to be season 3. So you guys got to keep in mind that, fuck. We saw the LNER B13 says, why did 98462 get sent away? Well, simply the Fat Director didn't have enough money, so he couldn't keep all engines. The same went with Allied Greedy, 87546, and pretty much that's it. The 3 loaned engines that just got sent away. So the Fat Director couldn't keep all of them, basically. Will you make origin videos about Thomas or anybody else? Well, mostly. I don't know for sure, but I haven't really thought of how the origins are going to be for, my Thomas and Friends AU. So, yeah. Nicole says, what made you start YouTube? This comment also goes to Pogmus. Pogmus is not going to answer this. I mostly wanted to start YouTube as a gamer that does Roblox, but now I actually want to tell Thomas stories to all you guys. And I want to make it not, weird as other movies or short films like this one on screen. Breath Engine says, are there any decisions you regret making in your video? Etc. showing Vince's body. If so, there's no need to feel ashamed about it. They're just teenagers who need to be developed. I appreciate that comment so much, and by the way, you deserve a massive shout out. Now, I was originally gonna show the corpse, but I'm a guy that really likes, horror, so why not show something more disturbing? Come on, it's Thomas. I know it's Thomas, but you gotta at least add a little bit of what to make it not family friendly or not made for kids. Well, if I'm gonna be honest, Ivy has taken way too many wrong paths, and he's such a horrible liar.
No.